Hey guys, today I want to show you how to make my spaghetti squash patties. So really quick, I'm going to go over the ingredients, then I'm going to walk you through it. You're going to need one spaghetti squash right here. You're going to need one egg. I have two because I'm using two spaghetti squashes because I make for myself and the kids. You're going to need some seasoning. This is the seasoning I like to use. I'm going to show you right here. It's no salt seasoning, but you can use any seasoning that you like. And then any kind of breadcrumbs you'd like. These are some that I like to use, or panko breadcrumbs, but you can choose any of them. You're going to need a big bowl. You're going to need to heat up your oven to about 400, 375 if it's not convection. 400 if it's not convection, 375 if it is. And then, I think that's about it. So I'm going to start walking you through it right now. The first thing that you're going to do is you are going to cut this in half. I've already got it cooked, so I'm just going to walk you through the steps. Let me move my paper towels out of the way. You're going to cut this in half with a knife. That's probably going to be the hardest part. So I use a big giant butcher knife like this. I slice it in half and then I put it face down. I put each half face down and I bake this for about 40 minutes. So just cut it in half, take out the seeds like you would a pumpkin, bake it for about 40 minutes. You're going to take it out. You're going to scrape it a little bit with a fork, and I have a video that I can show you guys doing that as well if you need to see it. And once you're done doing that, it's going to come out like this. As you can see it, it's going to kind of look like spaghetti. So you're going to have to get to this point before we can make them, but once you bake them and you've taken out the spaghetti squash, we can begin making our patties. So we're going to dump our spaghetti squash into a big bowl, just like that. And then we're going to start adding our ingredients. Spread it out, especially if you pre-made it like I did during meal prep, because you want everything blended in. Next, pardon the kid in the back. Next, you're going to add the egg. So add one egg so far. Sometimes I add more, but remember, you're going to add one if you have one squash. I have two, so I'm adding 2 eggs. After you add the egg, you're going to add about a half cup of breadcrumbs for each squash. Here I'm adding in the breadcrumbs. And then I'm going to sprinkle the seasoning. This I just sprinkle as much or as little as I want. So you do however much you want. Once it's all in, you're going to start blending it up. So do that until it's all well mixed together. So everything's blended already, but one thing I forgot to add, to tell you guys that I was adding, is Parmesan cheese. So you might want to add that too. You don't have to. I just sprinkle it in. I just use the grated Parmesan cheese and then blend it again. That helps them taste a little better and they stick together a little better too. So again, if you want cheese, you can add it. You don't have to. Blend it up again. So now that it's all blended, what you're going to do is you're going to take your squash and you're just going to grab it with your hands. You're going to see. You're going to grab it with your hands. Of course, your wash hands. And you are going to form it into patties. Just like this. As big or as little as you want. As fatter is a little better because they end up burning around the side. So this one's a little too big for my taste and I'm picky, so form them into patties. And once they are shaped into patties, you just put them, I put them on foil because I'm too lazy to scrape off my pans all the time when I have to wash them. So the foil makes it so they don't get nasty. So you're going to put them on there. You don't have to spread them out like cookies because they're not going to expand like a cookie does. So you're going to do that with all of the squash. And they don't have to be perfect patties. You can see these have like stuff sticking out of them. It'll all cook and it'll all taste fine. And you can group them together if you want to. If they touch, that's fine too. They don't have to be perfect. If they don't touch, it'll be easier to pull them apart. So totally up to you. So do this until they're ready to go in the oven. So, whoops. Here they are. ready to go in the oven. As you can see, this is why I make 2 squashes, because I like to make a bunch of them at once. So you're going to preheat your oven to 375 if it's not convection. Sorry, 375 if it is convection, 400 if it's not. Mine is. You're going to put them in there. I also have sweet potato fries cooking as well. And you're going to leave them in here, I would say, for about 20 minutes, checking them to make sure they don't burn around the edges. So I'll check back with you guys in a bit. And this is what they'll look like when they're all done. They're going to look like they're a little tiny bit burnt, but they're not. They're perfect, and when you lift them up, they should come off pretty easily. They're going to be a little bit golden brown on the bottom. You can cook them a little longer if you want to. Sometimes I do, but totally up to you. So far, this way they're done, and they are yummy.